Critical path, critical chain, agile, rolling wave, 4 scheduling approaches. And picking the wrong one means fighting your own project every single week. I've watched teams fail because of the wrong approach for the life cycle. Not bad people, not bad tools. Here's the truth. Your scheduling approach is a decision, and it has to match one thing: how much certainty you actually have about the work. Today I'm giving you all 4 approaches, what each one is good at, where it breaks, and a simple 4-question test to pick the right fit. By the end, you'll know exactly which approach your project should be running. Welcome back to Catalyst Grid. Welcome back to Catalyst Grid, and my name is Kingsley Aimufua, your host. This is Scheduling Best Practice, Episode 2. Last week we established the foundation. A schedule is an engine built from milestones, activities, resources, and logic. Before you build any model, you have to choose how that model will think. That's your approach. The approach must fit your project's life cycle. So what is a life cycle, and why does it decide everything? Picture a slider, a continuum. On the far left, predictive projects. On the far right, adaptive ones. On the predictive end, scope is fixed. Like a bridge, you don't pour concrete to see what users think. The design is fixed, the sequence is knowable, and change is the exception, managed through control. On the adaptive end, requirements emerge. Like a mobile app, you discover scope through delivery. User feedback reshapes the product. Change isn't the exception, change is the plan. Between those poles, you have iterative approaches, where you refine the product in repeated cycles. And hybrids, which mix predictive structure with adaptive delivery. Most real projects are hybrids. A hospital build is predictive, but its medical software fit-out is adaptive. One project, 2 needs. The question is never which approach is best, it's where each part sits on the continuum. Let's meet CPM, the critical path method. CPM, this is the dominant scheduling approach in the world. You model every activity, give each a duration, and connect them all with logic. Must finish before start. The tool does 2 calculations. First, a forward pass to calculate the earliest each activity can start. Second, a backward pass. It calculates the latest each can start without delaying the project. The gap between earliest and latest is called float. We'll spend a whole episode on float later. It's gold. Somewhere, there's a chain with no room to slip. The longest path, that is the critical path. It's the single most important management signal. It tells you which activities deserve your attention. CPM shines when scope is well defined. Construction, engineering, events with a fixed date. Its weakness? It assumes you can define the work up front. Feed it vague scope and it calculates nonsense. Now approach number 2, critical chain. And this starts with an observation about human beings. When you ask how long a task takes, people pad it. They give you a safe number. Everyone pads. But tasks still finish late. Why? Because work expands to fill the time. People wait for the deadline. Critical chain attacks this. First, it squeezes the padding out of individual task estimates. Then it takes all that removes safety and pulls it into shared buffers to protect the finish date. Crucially, it builds the schedule around resource constraints. If a crew is shared, the chain accounts for it. Then you manage by one signal, buffer consumption. If the buffer burns faster than the work, you act. It fits organizations with resource contention, but it lives or dies on management discipline. Approach number 3, adaptive, including agile. In predictive, scope is fixed and time flexes. In adaptive, time is fixed and scope flexes. You work in short, fixed-length iterations, sprints. Each iteration, the team commits to the highest priority work, delivers it, and replans based on learning. Adaptive fits products where requirements genuinely evolve. Software, design work, R&D. Its weakness? Weak or long-range certainty. A problem when contracts demand hard commitments. And approach number 4, rolling wave planning. My favorite bridge between the 2 worlds. Plan the near-term work in full detail, because you actually know it. The next few months are defined, but the far future? Don't fake precision. Hold it as planning packages, large summarized blocks. As the wave approaches and the fog clears, you decompose the next package into detailed activities, wave by wave. Quick word on location-based scheduling, linear and repetitive work, highways, towers, pipelines. Instead of activities, you schedule crews flowing through locations. Keep them moving without collisions. Now, the test. Question 1. How certain is the scope? Well-defined points, you predictive. Emerging is adaptive. Question 2. How fast will requirements change? Rarely. Predictive. Constantly. Adaptive. Question 3. What's your constraint? Contract dates push you to CPM, shared resources to critical chain. Question 4. What does your contract demand? Government construction, you'll need a CPM baseline, full stop. Let's lock in today's takeaways. 1. Your approach must match your life cycle. Decision, not habit. 2. Know the contenders. CPM for paths, critical chain for buffers, adaptive for sprints, rolling wave for fog. 3. Most real projects are hybrids. Choose per component, not just per project. My challenge: run the test on your project. Drop your industry in the comments and tell me which approach fits. Next week, we end version chaos, tool, model, instance, presentation. Once you know these, you'll never sit in a meeting arguing about versions. Kingsley Aimufua, your host, signing off. Do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Stick around for more impacted knowledge. Build the engine.